Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps a lot. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video.
Part 2a. He's not moving an inch. I timidly, slowly walked towards where the lower half of his body went. And then my eyes fell onto his lower body with its internal organs flooding out. There was no blood flowing out. I wonder if it's because he's a demon king. I thought he was a guy without tears who could only laugh. Could it be that he was a guy with neither blood nor tears? No, it can't be. It's a lie, right? He died? I didn't understand very well what was going on. After taking a look behind me, it was silent and still as death. Everyone was looking over here. The gazes hurt. No one was moving, not even a quiver. Swallowing their saliva. A loud gulp sound came from my throat. Did I kill him? No, it's a lie, right? No, why? Even though he was that full of confidence. He's the immortal demon king, right? He was full of confidence and said to come at him with just one hit. Slowly and timidly, I turned around once more. I was going to confirm what I was guilty of. Foo ha 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 ha. My great resurrection. I was close to firing off another rock bullet. There, a half-sized Badigadi was standing. He was about the same height as me, but the large size of his face hadn't changed. Therefore I was getting an unbalanced impression. Putting aside the matter of his size. Ah, you survived. I felt relieved. I thought I had become a murderer for a bit there. That's great, that the opponent wasn't a human. Foo ha 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 ha. I thought I was going to die. But, Pumu, I see now, I get it well. Choosing not to fight was the correct answer. If we had fought seriously, all around here would have become a wasteland after all. Badigadi was laughing with a foo ha 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 ha. On his side, his 6 arms were crawling up and combining with Badigadi. Badigadi's height continued to bulge larger. But, he didn't return to his previous size. Oh, it flew considerably far, didn't it? It seems that it will take a bit of time in order to return to normal. It seemed that Badigadi was a bit excited. It's your victory, Rudeus. It's fine for you to call yourself hero. No, I'd rather refrain from that. Then at least let out a cry of victory. Foo ha 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 ha. While saying that, Badigadi took my right hand. He grabbed the hand holding my staff and raises it upward. Almost like a boxing champion. I wonder if it was the decision for a win. It was a conclusion that I don't really understand. However, if he says that it's my win, then it's probably a win. I won, NNN. The onlookers were all still stuck in the dead of silence. I don't really get it, but they were all dead silent. Shortly after confirming that, Badigadi nodded to himself. There really a lot that doesn't go with the flow. Well then, I'll have you let me get one hit in. Is what he said. That's different from our promise. Just as I was thinking that, his fist caught my face. With just one hit. When it came to him, he counts 3 fists as one hit. In the situation where my arm was being held onto, I couldn't even defend. I was knocked unconscious with 3 hits. This damn lying demon king. Part 3. After that, it seems Badigadi was taken away somewhere by the middle-aged man with the hair accessory from just before. A middle-aged Eichmann-type man in armor, and an old man in a robe. I guess they're having some kind of talk among important people. I resurrected from my unconsciousness after Fitz Senpai used healing magic. After that, I was brought to and warmly welcomed into a staff room by Gina's. After receiving some tea and cakes, I took a single breath. Gina's didn't talk about it very much. It seems that he couldn't really understand the situation all that well either. A demon king suddenly came in and knocked out the consciousness of some students and outsiders. Then he challenged me to a duel, and after declaring me the winner, he hit me and knocked me unconscious. It's not like you can understand the situation just by knowing that much. Also, it seems that there were no deaths among the students that were knocked out by the Demon King. In the first place, Badigadi is part of the moderate faction, so that means he won't especially go out of his way to kill people. In regards to his objective, it seems the important people are investigating it from here on. It seems that the accessory middle-aged man was this school's principal. What was his name again? That's right, the Wind King class magician Georg. I did see him during the time of the entrance ceremony. The ones taking part in the talks seem to be the leader of the Three Countries Night Group which came to protect this town and the leader of the Magic Guild. The four were gathered together and currently talking about various things. However, as expected of Rudeus-san, to finish off the Demon King with a single preemptive attack. And then to be recognized by the Demon King. The principal said that even though you were the quagmire, as just a lone adventurer stalling for time would be the best you can do. However, we never could have imagined it would turn out like this. After reaching this age I can't remember ever having gotten so excited over such a scene before. Gina's couldn't hide his excitement and was saying something like that. It seems, they don't know about the contents of what we talked about prior to the duel. That Badigadi intentionally took on the magic for example, or that even if it had been ineffective it would have ended with that. A short while after being looked at with eyes of respect by Gina's I was released. For the time being, I was told to be on standby in the dorm until various things are decided. Part 4. After I left the staff room, Zanoba came running up to me. Oh, Shisho, I was watching. As expected, isn't it? No, I guess I should say it's only natural. Zanoba was praising me like that but I shook my head. He just lent me his chest and I took it. Certainly the attack was effective, but the opponent didn't evade or defend. Part 5. On my way back to the dorm I ran into a considerably glowing Elinalise and Cliff. Oh my Rudeus, what was the disturbance about? What were you guys doing? Exactly what you think we were doing. Elinalise was laughing with a ho ho ho, and Cliff went bright red and got angry with a don't say anything unnecessary. It seems that the two were opening an adult meeting while the Demon King was invading. They sure are happy. Just now, Badigadi-sama challenged me to a duel and I somehow managed to win. Hey, that guy has already come here. Already? What the heck do you mean by already? Did you know that he would come? Yes, but he was being restrained by the ogres. It seemed he wanted to stay there for a little while so I went on ahead myself. Look, those sorts, they're pretty loose with time, right? Which is why I thought he wouldn't move for another 10 years or so. In reality, the time when we separated was 2 years ago after all. If you've lived for denominations in the thousands of years, I guess your sense of time would deviate. In my previous life, even though I passed 30 years, time felt like it passed quite quickly. The denomination is just a bit large. But, he was a good guy, right? He didn't seem like a bad person. Among the nobles and royalty that I've met he was a top-class good person. He laughs well after all. He did break his promise, but if you think of the difference between one hit and one strike then that is fine as it is. Hey, what are you talking about? Oh my, Cliff, are you jealous? It's all right. Right now, the only one whom my heart can love is just you. No, not that. Don't stick so close, Rudeus is watching, isn't he? I'm showing him. Since they had started flirting, I dispersed from that location. From behind I heard a loud voice yelling, "There's no way a Demon King would come to a place like this, right?" I thought the same until just a short while ago. Part 6. Fitz Senpai was waiting at the entrance to the dorm. After seeing my face he made an indescribable face. After all, I wonder if he is excited as well. His cheeks were red and he was tightly holding his hands. A feeling sort of like he saw something amazing, but the impression isn't coming out. Rudeus-kun is amazingly strong, isn't he? An average impression. That sort of word floated into mind. I couldn't have imagined you would do it in a single hit. A single hit, since we had decided on such rules for victory and defeat. I used the strongest magic I could in terms of power. The strongest? Isn't that the same thing you used during the time of the examination against me, right? That amazing one, right? Yeah, it's a rock bullet. Although I had accumulated a considerable amount into it. Even though it's just intermediate magic, if you master it it'll have that much power. Fitz Senpai raised his voice in admiration with a "oh," and started making a rock bullet that has a rotation and fired it. A whistling sound let out and it pierced into the ground far away. He's quite good to reproduce something he's only seen once or twice. However, it didn't have as much power as mine. I don't really have the intention to master it though. Are you normally using nothing but earth magic? I guess so. At one period it was nothing but water, but at some point it became nothing but earth. After all, since we're using the same system of magic, that should mean I can get better at it, right? I wonder if that's the case. No, I have the feeling I did gradually get better at making the figurines. I guess so. I wonder if you call it precision getting higher. However, the consumed magic power will increase as well, right? That's right. During the times when I'm making dolls it's considerably difficult. Fitz-senpai seemed very happy. Come to think of it, I haven't had very many opportunities to talk about voiceless incantations with Fitz-senpai. Also, sorry, I'm sure you're tired. I'm sorry for holding you back. Today you should rest at ease. Ah, yes. After saying that, Fitz-senpai ran towards the school building. I wanted to talk for a bit longer, but well, it's fine. It's immediately after that incident after all. I'm sure he's busy with the student council as well. I returned to my own room. I leaned my staff against the wall. Things about the Demon King and whatnot, today was difficult. My mental and physical fatigues are both building up, so I lay down on the bed. I'm somehow tired. Part 7. After that sort of thing happened, a month has passed by in a flash. The magic triumvirate talked with Badigadi and it seems they decided to treat him as a state guest. In response, to apologize for the trouble he caused, Badigadi decided to lend an arm to the Magic Guild for researching immortality. Furthermore, he ended up participating as a temporary martial arts advisor for the combined night group. And then, Part 8. Next homeroom. The two senpai came out from the dorm. Since Badigadi put order to all of the beast races, it seems they became able to come to class. As expected, a boss NYA. Thank you NYA. I'll treat you to something next time NYA. But, I couldn't have possibly imagined that a Demon King would come Nano. We're such devilish women Nano. You did well in protecting us. In return you're free to grope the chest, of Rinia that is. Thank you very much. Since I received the privilege of groping the chest, without reservation I'll grope them. Rinia's that is. Ginya, she scratched my face. Even though she said it was fine. Even though she said she would treat me. That's cruel NYA. It's stingy. If it's a lady then all of them have them, isn't just a bit fine. Shisho is considerably open to women but, however, I've heard one uncertain story. Hey, stop Zanoba, you're not allowed to say any more than that. Look, that matter. Oh, that's right isn't it? Please excuse me. Recently, Cliff's seat has become quite close. It seems he hears stories about me from Elinalise sometimes. I don't know what they're talking about, but it seems they are reasonably good rumors. Somehow, it seems to be talk about sympathy, it may be or may not. It seems that the reason why I ended up being rejected by Eris has become because of the illness. Well, it's fine though. The things about Eris are already fine, I'm over them. This past month, Cliff and Elinalise's public flirting gradually decreased. Even though I say that, it seems they haven't separated yet. Once in every 2 or 3 days Cliff comes in tired. I'm sure he's being squeezed out. If she's not allowed to flirt in public, I wonder if they properly talk together. Rather, I wonder if that isn't a hindrance to their studies. Well, I'll leave things of the two to themselves. It's not really a problem that I have any say on. I'm a bit jealous. Grand Master, I don't have enough magic power to make this hard part, please make it. Julie is continuing to make dolls every day with diligence. Recently we've been teaching her workmanship at the same time. Although, since that side isn't our main expertise, Zanoba got a dwarf in his year to help out. We weren't told anything but an outline of information in regards to Demon King Badigadi. Badigadi said he came this far because he was jealous of me. In other words, that would mean I have some level of responsibility remaining for the problem I wonder. No, I want to think that Gina's somehow cleared up things like that. He's the one who scouted me after all. And then at that time, the door suddenly opened. Excluding Silent, all of the special students were in attendance. It's still too early for the teacher to come. It can't be. Silent is showing their face in homeroom. And the instant I thought that. Foo ha 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 ha. The loud laughter was resounding through the classroom. And then he came into the classroom. Magnificently, without a care about what others think. And then he stopped on the platform and looked over us. The immortal Demon King Badigadi has arrived. That's a lie, right? He's wearing a uniform. This guy. And then he entered the Magic University as an advertisement. Without specifically planning to learn or research anything, but it seems occasionally observing and offering some tips or concerns. Although, if it weren't for the tips, it seems that the Demon King's wisdom wouldn't be granted. In any case, just like this, the Demon King invasion incident of the Rinoa Kingdom ended.
That's it guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.